Yes, YouTube, another day, another dollar. I just took a loss on my actual account and I was up 11k on my Backtest account and now I'm only at 1k. It's mad. This is why I have a rule of when you take one loss, you're done, because it's like as soon as I take a loss, it's like I can't see anything. It's like I'm blinded. It's bizarre, absolutely bizarre. But I've just watched back this video on my channel and also this video of reaffirming the smaller rules, and everything makes sense again. So I am gonna do another Backtest. And the thing that I've learned from those videos is just not only just being patient, but the way you be patient is by waiting for the alignment. So it's context and alignment. So we can't just have, for example, context. Look, so we've got protected low there, meaning this could be a protected low, and then this could be the high that we take. So if this inverts, which it has, then should we take it? That, in my opinion, is now a context. I've built context inside of this trade. This alone isn't enough to then go and take the trade. It's like you need three parts to it. It's like it's bias slash context, bias aka context, then draw and liquidity, which means this is the next swing to go, and then it's the trade inside. So we've got context, no, we've got our draw and liquidity. This is also a draw and liquidity on a higher time frame as well. So we've inverted that. The thing is, we haven't strongly inverted it either, and that's the thing. It's like, I think this is the thing why sometimes I'll trade and I will lose my sight of something, because it's like, it's not just black and white. The rules are just not just black and white. You have to be able to read every day. You have to be able to read what's being told to you, and sometimes it's going to be harder to read on some days than others. But if that's the case, it just needs to be a more patient approach. For example, I don't feel confident right now in which direction we're going. So yeah, cool. I'm gonna wait to see what price is playing out. Look, we've got an accumulation here. Also, another thing is we're not just trading draw and liquidity. We're not just trading AMD. We're trading draw and liquidity and AMD. Like, both things need to be present here. So, like, for example, bunch of equal lows, protected high. This could turn around if it's a good AMD pattern. Look, there's your distribution gap. 3 minute. It's gonna close in 30 seconds, and it does run. So playing both sides, I don't know what I'm trying to say here, to be honest, but it's just, I feel like it's just waiting for that confirmation, waiting for all these small details as well. It's like there's a reason that these rules aren't just DOL AMD and nothing else. It's like the writing is gonna keep me alive in this thing. It's like, okay, we've got this, got a protected swing and a target, then we need all of this, which seems like a lot, but it's not. And to be honest, it's just enough to keep you safe in the game. So this should be protected. If it gets violated, then we should start looking at turning around. It looks like it's gonna get violated, so let's go. Got the idea of a protected swing here. again, the thing with this is, if this is a perfect accumulation, then it manipulates, reacts perfect off this, distributes perfect into there. It's worth taking, in my opinion. The draw on liquidity is on a 15-minute time frame. It's not like it's like all the way down here. We're working within this range. We've got a small range that we're working in, and we're working within it. So in this case, I don't think it's going to happen anyway. Look, it's just going to run it, I think. It's dangerous. People trying to induce people into a long now. Cool. Keep it moving. Let's reevaluate. So we were now running lows. Should we be running lows? Probably not. So where's the next low that's going to go around? It's there. This also makes sense because we didn't really close into this strongly. So our overall low would be there, meaning that potentially these highs are now protected. But this is all guesswork until we get some alignment to confirm that this is the thing we're looking at. This is the way that it's going. So in my opinion, that's not strong enough to be protected. Also, in my opinion, I think we're still going lower because that should have been protected, that should have been protected. We're now running these lows. I think that's going to go. So again, I think we could still play within this range here. Now I want this to invert down for a reason. And I'm not going to take it, but I think I wanted it to invert down there. Okay, let's use this for an example. So, and this is where I just took my loss today, because there was no. We accumulating, and when you're accumulating, it's just guesswork. There's no alignment. There's no guarantee. There's no this. There's no that. So, for example, yeah, this could be up. This could be down. Okay, but this 1 minute just inverted that gap there. So under 1 minute, this is the draw on liquidity, but it's the draw on liquidity. You cannot take this trade. Now, if we're lucky, which we're not, we would have had to wait for another move inside of that, knowing that this is the draw on liquidity. So, do we get it there? No. Small little move, I guess, but. And it's literally that. It's just waiting for the alignment, and then let's see how this reacts here. And when price is giving you contradicting information as well, for example, this 15 minutes now inverted up, which means that technically the draw on liquidity should be there. When price is giving you that contradictory information, you just can't. It makes no sense to take it. It's like, okay, this is saying that, and this is saying that. Okay, cool. So you're now these other time frames now agreeing that it wants to go higher. So we wait. Do we get in? I don't know. Looks like we might. Looks like we might not. So look now, perfect. We've all pretty much made equal highs. I don't see any reason why we shouldn't be running these highs. So now we've got our range. I know it's a massive range to be playing with, but let's just see what we can catch within it. But okay, that's just not going to happen realistically. No one's going to take that. It's too high up. But there you go, alignment. just literally being patient, man. That's only thing that can throw me off here is just not being patient. Again, so look, it's probably gonna run high, but we've got a 15-minute gap there. Is it worth taking? My opinion, no. Firstly, it didn't even invert it. 5 minute it did. So, okay, cool. We're making highs. Looks like we should be going higher. We haven't confirmed it, but it looks like it wants to. If we're going lower, why have we disrespected that? So that could mean that we're going higher. It's just building this whole picture, building this whole idea, and then going, okay, cool. So if we're going higher, where do we need to come in order to bounce off and then make a new high? And my opinion would be that 5 minute gap. So then we wait. How good in terms of AMD does this look now? Okay, it doesn't look bad. Got a bit of a accumulation there. Nice bit of volume coming out of there, and a strong gap. Cool, so we wait. Would I have wanted to see it go straight away? Yes, maybe. So then we just wait. Alright, so maybe we're gonna come into this 15-minute gap. We do. And we start seeing a turnaround. Yeah, we can. So straight away, example, could jump in and get in on that straight away, but it's too soon, it's too early. We've got to wait for some alignment now. Let's see. This, if we're now bullish, this should be our protected low. So how are we gonna react? We just took some highs. So how are we gonna respond within that gap? Looks decent. Have we inverted that? Inverted it on the one. I would love to take that, but look, contradicting. We didn't invert that. So how could I take that? But then look, I guess I just missed this. No, it didn't give anything. But look, now with this idea, instead of jumping in on it and taking that straight away, now this is the target for this 1 minute inversion here. Look, 1 minute inversion. We waited because we wasn't patient, we wasn't confident with it. So now we just wait and see if this is going to react how we want it to. And look, just save myself. Impatient me would have got in on that because I'd be like, oh, okay, look, we broke highs and then we turned around, we respected that area. But it's like, nah, it's like, unless everything's aligned and unless everything's telling you the same thing, it's not go time yet. It's actually not go time yet. Same thing again. So technically we're breaking. We're now kind of looking bearish, maybe, I don't know. But again, we're contradicting. It's like until, yeah, we're contradicting a bit. So it's still just waiting for more alignment. It would be unsafe to just now take this short, thinking it's gonna go short, because you just don't know. Stuff's gonna behave in the way it behaves, but it's also gonna try and fake you out. So, for example, now I'm pretty sure that that's going to be our target. So, what if that was our protected high? Can we get anything going into that? But if we come back down, we invert that guy. We do. Obviously, it's fucking terrible risk to reward. But now the alignment has said, cool. I agree. We're going lower. Look, 1 minute went down. Came up, made a high. Reacted well. Then again, same. We just slowed down, not disagreeing with anything. We respected that. We disrespected that. Look, it's just the alignment, man. And now I don't see how this would lose. Obviously, like I said, the risk reward is absolutely terrible. But I'm just gonna take this just for the purpose of doing this back test. And there you go, scraped a nice bit of money off just waiting and being patient. There were so many times where I could have took this and took that and took this and took that, but until everything aligns and agrees with each other, it's not go time yet. Again, look, we can go higher now. Reason, we've got context. This got inverted. We came into a deeper gap. We've got almost relatively equal highs there, so maybe we could start operating under the idea that this is protected and that's the target. Now let's see if we can get a nice looking drawn liquidity. A nice looking AMD inside of that. Can we? We did just take that target, but let's see. Can we still go higher? Yeah. In my opinion, if we're bullish, which I think we are, why couldn't we go higher? Look, we tapped into, we come down, reason. Did we run that easy? Obviously a tiny little shitty risk reward again, but we ran it and we did our thing. I can't like, there's no way I'm like throwing myself off this brilliant path that I'm on right now. So again, inverted this gap, so technically should be running these highs here. Still haven't inverted this 3 minute gap. Also, we just came and violated this low, which broke structure. So question would be, are we actually really bullish? Not sure, so I'm not going to take it. We don't have the alignment. And then look, now we've got equal highs. So there is one time frame saying that we want to go higher, and then we did. Didn't get involved in it, but it's fine. Right, and now looks like we're coming all the way back up. Do we have any gaps that we need to run? No, that 15 minute gap's still holding, but this is respected this strong low here, and now we're pushing away. So now this becomes a lot easier to just start looking for easy. This is where it can be like, okay, it doesn't need that much alignment, it's just taking what, just keep riding it. There's nothing really stopping this now. It's like, we've respected that, we're now breaking highs, all that, in my opinion now, all that this needs is just to keep respecting lows and then making inversions. That's all it needs. Okay, that wasn't really a low that needed to be respected, but I would like to see this one respected. If it isn't, then it's a problem. Okay, it's a problem. So fine, we're just not going to take that. We're not going to take that now. It's got to be that simple, man. It has to be that simple. Again now, look. Again. We was looking bullish, yeah. This low here got violated. This low is holding. Now, if this isn't probably gonna do it, but if this now came up and inverted that, would we take it? No, because we haven't got alignment to say that we're still bullish. If this was to go up and invert this now, then I would go under the idea that this is now protected low, and this was the target, and then I'd just drop time frame and try and find something on the inside. That's it, simple as that. Again, I feel like we can look at the other side here. That is the target, but again, this is where it's got to be. You got to be careful, because it's like, this is going to pull you in. This shit here is going to pull you in. It's like, okay, it looks like we want to go lower now, and then it's just come up and made that high, thinking, okay, maybe we could go AMD going lower if we invert that gap. That's what sometimes my brain would think. I'd be like, okay, what if we go lower off this gap? But guess what? We haven't disrespected this low yet. So it's contradicting information. It's like, yeah, you could start seeing it as maybe we're going to go lower, but there's no alignment there. We're just contradicting ourselves at the moment, which means that it's not ready. It's just not ready. Okay, now look, pushing up, disrespecting all these highs. So Is there something inside of it? Probably not, but let's have a look. No, it's accumulating. In this 1 minute gap, can we push out of it? We do push out of it. Can we make new highs? We do. There's no gap to take though. Bearing in mind that we're still making higher highs. In the grand scheme of things. It's just being patient. It's very tough when it draws you in like this. Although look, again, in my opinion, this is alignment. Yeah, we're contradicting there, but look, 1 minute we're holding this gap. Yeah, we've kind of inverted it down, but we're holding it and we're respecting these lows that got put in. Wait for this 15 minutes to invert, and my opinion, this should run. I don't see why this shouldn't run. Because of the alignment. I don't know if I'm contradicting myself with this trade here, because it technically hasn't fully aligned, but it had, like at the same time, it had aligned. Because then we're looking at the story of, we're looking at the bigger story as well. It's like, okay, cool, we've respected that low, and we wanted to go higher, respected that low, we wanted to go higher, came down, respected this 30-second gap, we're wanting to go higher, even this smaller internal move again, such low volume PA, and we actually inverted this, so even if that high was just my target, that would have been fine, but such low volume PA, we come down, respecting it, we don't fully respect that gap, but then we push straight out, so come on man, this has to go. So yeah, look at that, bought the account back for 4,000, no losses. Just need to focus on them details, you know, and just be patient. Alignment is just about patience.